Hello, my dear students. I am your English teacher Shipra Agrawal, and today I am going to tell you a very interesting story. And the name of the story is Chandni, and this is the seventh chapter of your book, An Alien Hand. And now, students, you are very curious to know who is this Chandni in this chapter. Chandni is the name of a god, and the second main important character in this chapter is Abu Khan, who is the master of this god Chandni. So, the students, now let's begin this story. Chandni. In the picture, you can see a beautiful white god, and that god is Chandni. Once upon a time, there lived an old man in Almora. He was popularly known as Abu Khan. This is the story about Abu Khan and his gods. Abu Khan used to live in Almora. Almora is a very beautiful hilly town in Uttarakhand. He lived all alone, but that was the problem of Abu Khan, that he lived alone. To keep his loneliness far, he kept goats as pet. Because he used to live alone, so to remove his loneliness, Abu Khan kept goats as his pet. He gave them funny names such as Kalua, Mungia, and Gujri. Abu Khan used to love his pet gods too much and always called them by funny names just like Kalua, Mungia, and Gujri. He talked to them as one's own children. Abu Khan loved them very much, just like his own children. He used to call them by funny names, and at the time of the day when he took them for grazing in the field at the time, he also talked with them. But the gods were not happy with Abu Khan. Poor Abu was little unlucky in this matter of gods. What is the reason? Gods love freedom more than Abu Khan. At night, gods would pull the string to break loose. They loved their freedom. They were of the best hill breed. Generally, Abu Khan used to have pet gods, and all the gods were of the best breeds. But the gods were not happy with this life of slavery. Abu Khan loved them very much, but all the gods loved their freedom more than Abu Khan. So, at the time of the night, Abu Khan always tied the gods by the help of a rope, and always the god tried to release themselves from that rope, and one by one, when they become successful, they ran away to the hillside, and like that always the gods of the Abu Khan ran away from his house and go to the hillside. Complexities of Abu Khan. Abu Khan always gave very much love and concern, but always the gods ran away. And instead of the fact that on the hillside there lived a wild wolf, that is the twist in the story, students. The gods loved their freedom, but on the hillside there was a risk of their life. But always the gods ran away, and wolf killed them and ate them. He did not understand why even the juiciest grass and the grains that he gave them and all love that he showered on them would not stop them. Abu Khan never understand why gods did such type of behavior, because he loved them very much. He always served very good food, but always they went away in the mouth of death. All the gods know this fact that there is a very wild wolf. If they will run away, they will become the food of the wolf. But after knowing this fact, still they went away. So Abu Khan never understand this, and now he became very disheartened, and he decided that not to have any more gods. But one day, once again, he bought a young god as pretty and as white as snow. But once again, he bought a new god, and this time he bought a very young god, very little god. And that god was very beautiful, just white, just like snow. Abu Khan called her Chandni, which means moonlight, because Chandni, he gave this name to this new god because it was very white, just like the moonlight. So Abu Khan gave this new name to this new pet. Years passed. Chandni watched the hilltops, bathed in sunlight. Chandni also wanted her freedom. Chandni used to look at the hillside, and students, uh, on the hilly area, the sun rises is rising is very beautiful. So always Chandni was attracted by the sun rising of the hillside, and she wanted to enjoy that sun rising in the open hill area. But Chandni was bound because Chandni was tied by a rope in the compound of Abu Khan. She ran towards the hill but had to stop with a jerk. She hated that rope. All the time, Abu Khan used to tie Chandni by the help of a rope. So, whenever Chandni tried to go away, always that rope stopped the Chandni. So, Chandni used to hate that rope. Now Chandni versus Abu Khan. What Chandni thought and what Abu Khan thought. I want to go to the hills. I will give you tastier food and a much longer rope. Oh no, Chandni, you can't go there. I am your honor and I used to give very tasty food and also a very big rope I will give you. So don't go there. No, thank you. Let me go to the hills. But Chandni said, no, 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 Abu Khan. I don't want tasty food. I don't want a longer rope. I want my freedom. Do you realize the risk you are running, you obstinate creature? Obstinate means adial. There is a dangerous wolf in the hills. He will eat you up. Now Abu Khan told the danger on the hillside to Chandni. Oh Chandni, are you stupid? On the hillside, a wild wolf used to live. If you will go there, then the wolf will eat you and you will become the food of that wolf. What Chandni said? God has given me a pair of horns. I will fight the wolf. Oh, Abu Khan, I am having a pair of horns. I will fight with that wolf. So please let me go. Love for freedom versus insecurity. Now, what Chandni said? I want to go to the hills. Abu Khan said, fight the wolf, indeed. Have you forgotten the story of your sister Kalua, who was the size of a big deer? She fought the wolf through the night but was killed in the morning. Now Abu Khan once again warned Chandni about the danger of the wolf. Oh, do you remember the story about Kalua that I told you? That was a very big god and that was a very good fighter. But that Kalua was also killed by that wolf. Still, you want to go there? I want to go to the hills. But still, Chandni said, no, I want to go on the hills. I want my freedom. Now Abu Khan was very insecure and Abu Khan thought that just like my another gods, this Chandni will also run away. So this time what he did, from today you will live in a small hut and not to move about freely in the compound. Generally what Abu Khan did, Abu Khan always tied a rope around the Chandni's neck and Chandni was free to roam here and there, but always the rope is around the neck. But after listening these words of Chandni, Abu Khan said, now you no more having your freedom. From today you are shifted in the hut and you will live in the hut and you will not able to roam in my compound. But Chandni made up his mind, and what Chandni did in the picture you can see, students, what Chandni did. The same night, Chandni made that window her passage to freedom. Chandni break the window of that hut and make a clear way for her freedom and ran away from the hut of Abu Khan and now reached on the hillside. Wherever she went, the tall grass rose to embrace her. Embrace means hug tightly. Wherever Chandni was going, there was the tall grass, and it was looking as all the grass was welcoming her and embracing her. The flowers bloomed to amuse her. Amuse means to entertain. And it was seemed as if all the flowers were blooming and all the flowers were welcoming and entertaining the Chandni. Wind sang an endless song of welcome, and Wind was also singing the song for the welcome of the Chandni. And this day was the best day of the life of Chandni, and the Chandni was very happy on that day because the first time Chandni enjoyed the freedom. Should she go back to the safety of Abu Khan's hut? No, she said to herself. Death in an open field is far better than life in a small hut. Chandni also aware about the fact that this life will not last for a long time because a wild wolf used to live here. And now Chandni thought, may I have to return for the safety? But Chandni made up his mind, no, death is better than the slavery. I will fight with the wolf. The wolf had come out of the bushes and was staring greedily at Chandni. Chandni was a very beautiful god. It was white in the color. So now wolf became very greedy and the water start coming from the mouth of the wolf and start looking at the Chandni. His eyes were shining like burning coals in the darkness, and the eyes of the wolf was shining just like the burning coals, and the wolf in a very danger manner looking at Chandni. The wolf and the god sized up each other. Both of them were sizing each other that how my component is. Chandni was small, but small is not weak. Chandni was a small creature, but it doesn't mean that the small creature is the weak creature. Chandni stood firm on her legs. Now Chandni made up her mind, stood firmly on her legs, head slightly bent and horns jutting out, because Chandni only having one weapon with her, that was the horns. So Chandni bent down her face and pointed out her horns on the wolf. She was a picture of courage at that Chandni. At that time, Chandni was looking very bold and it was seemed just like a picture of courage. She looked like a brave soldier ready to fight a treacherous enemy. And just like a brave soldier, Chandni was ready to fight with the enemy. Success or failure is a matter of luck or chance. A student always remember this sentence. Success or failure is a matter of luck or chance. What matters? Your attempts, your hard work. How Chandni is doing the attempt for her freedom. The fight began. It went on through the night. The small Chandni, the little Chandni, or you can say the weak creature was fighting whole night with that wild wolf. The first rays of the sun saw Chandni lying on the ground because Chandni was not so wild just like that wild wolf, but throughout the night Chandni fighted boldly with that wolf. And ultimately, as the sun rises, the first ray of the sun fell on the Chandni. At the time, the Chandni lay down on the ground. She was completely soaked in blood. Chandni was completely filled with the blood. An assembly of birds perched on top of a tree nearby was debating the result of the fight. On the tree there was a group of the birds, and all the birds were debating about the result of this fight. A wise old bird declared with confidence, Chandni is the winner. Declaimed means proclaimed. But there was one wise old bird. Wise old bird declared, oh, Chandni is the winner. Chandni is the winner.